The TLDR of this video, for anybody that can't be asked to watch the whole thing, is update slow, playing boring, and I move on to bigger thing. The long version is a little more nuanced than that. It involves betrayal, lies, and moving on. Now I have a bunch of new viewers, so before I move on to the juicy stuff, let me quickly recap my history with Nether Games in about 60 seconds. Nether Games is a Minecraft server that's, in simple terms, a hypixel copy. It's got your bedwars, skywars, survival games, and that's about it, actually. But from that you can already guess why I played on it. I liked hypixel, but I didn't have a Java account. Now fast forward, I play a lot, I get a staff position, I become a builder, do some bedwars maps. Then I did what most kids do these days, which is upload random videos about the server. Then I did what most kids don't do, which is actually successfully grow a channel from it. Now that was partially thanks to the fact that I was a pretty active player. Yeah, I know, that's a lot of games. I'll get to that later. And time. See, that wasn't even close to a minute. Yes, the title cards are going to be very dramatic in this video. Now this isn't a chapter where I tell you how I got lied, deceived, and bamboozled by the staff. Far from it. But I do want to talk about how inefficiently the server operates. Updates are rare, bugs are always there, creativity is nowhere, and the community management is in complete despair. Now currently there's been some interesting updates. New shop skins were added, TNT and fireball jumping got added, and like a bunch of other smaller features got added that honestly don't really matter that much. I mean, something like fireball and TNT jumping, which has just recently been added, didn't exist for the longest time, even though it was the most requested bedwars feature by far. The fact that it just got added is a good example of the work ethic at Nether Games. That's obviously being harsh, since I highly doubt Nether Games makes enough money to support all their staff full time. But more often than not, it's just laziness or really bad superiors at fault. Another recent update, if you want to call it that, is Nether Games announcing a bedwars tournament. I swear when I saw this notification, I couldn't do anything but smile. This was an idea that was brought up hundreds of times by fellow staff, fellow players, and even myself. For 2 years, the higher-ups never gave the go-ahead for a tournament because they had tried it before and apparently it made the community worse. Now that first tournament is a discussion for another day, but for me it's a prime example of a good idea taking literally years to be implemented and tried out. A tournament sounds like common sense. Basically every single server does some kind of a tournament every now and then. It's a great way to generate attention towards the server and generate a bit of healthy competition within the community. Speaking of the community management is also a big problem, as it doesn't really exist. Like in many things, somebody at Nether Games is overthinking too much. For me, community management is making a community post talking about how last year went for me, and maybe talking about some plans for the future of the channel. For Nether Games, it means producing a high quality recap video that feels forced, has no direct heartfelt message to the players, and is less about celebrating the year and more about, here's the evidence we were not lazy this year. Now, granted, it's really hard to do community management when you're a big company. Big game studios never have good community management, which is why Nether Games should be happy it isn't a big company at all. Really, all that most players want is to see the person or group running the show making maybe a big long text talking about how much they care, thanking the players for playing, explaining what future updates they want to do, and encouraging everybody to be part of that amazing future. This is just a thought experiment, but imagine at the end of every single year, I do something like this for my channel. 2022 was an amazing year for the Christ YouTube account and the Christ YouTube account subscribers. We started the year off with a bang, releasing the Nether Games bedwars handcam and the Nether Games bedwars handcam v2. Then we managed to move away from Nether Games into the PvP texture pack space, making videos such as the making a PvP texture pack in 10 seconds, 1 minute, and 10. Yeah, it sounds pretty artificial, doesn't it? Right now, I'm not making enough money from YouTube for it to be sustainable. Not even close. This is just a hobby for me, and I'm pretty happy with it being just that. Part of why I'm still doing this is because it's just great to see how you guys react to my videos. That's, believe it or not, also why some of the staff and owners at Nether Games keep everything going. I know that's true because I was staff at one point. I know some of the owners, and these aren't bad people per se. It's just really confusing why they act so professional and polished, when really Nether Games is just a bunch of people working on a long-term hobby project. Problem with being professional and polished while maintaining a project like Nether Games is that people expect more of you. They expect you to try harder than if it was just one person running the entire show. I've always thought, and I still do think, that the best way to handle a server like Nether Games is to just indulge in the fact that you aren't this big, massive corporation. Explain to players that an update isn't coming out because you're busy with school right now, or because somebody, I don't know, died in your family. You don't have to put up this facade of, oh, we're trying our very hardest every single day to make this server better, and we're working on a lot of great things right now behind the scenes that you guys are gonna be really excited about. It just feels superficial, artificial, fake. It just doesn't add up with the server size, the people that are actually in charge, and the community in general. While all the stuff that's wrong about Nether Games as a server is relevant, my personal reason for leaving is that I feel like I betrayed myself and my time. While this channel was built up with Nether Games content, the amount of time I played the server was obscene, unnecessary. I was playing upwards of 4 hours a day over and over and over again. Looking back, it's incredible I didn't realize how much time I was wasting. Obviously, that's not the opinion my younger self would have, but the opinion I have now about the time I spent playing is that I think I lost such an important part of my life due to my bedwars addiction, let's call it. Now, I will give myself some slack and make the argument that I would have never gotten this far with my channel had my main appeal as a content creator not come from the fact that I was a fairly active and well-known bedwars player on Nether Games. Yes, at the time I did have texture packs that I was also making, but I only released a pack every 3 months or so. So in some sense I am thankful for the opportunity I'm now given with this channel, but at the same time I wish I could have spent more time on other things, like going to the gym, doing some more activities with my friends, get ahead in school. The first time I really realized how boring the game was and how addicted I had become was when I reached 1,000 levels. It's basically the equivalent to hypixel 1,000 star prestige, except that there's no XP boosters, so it took like 3 years of playing to achieve that. Once I got that stupid goal, everything felt so painfully pointless. While I was playing, I'd start to ask, why am I really playing this next game of bedwars? Am I doing it because I've had a hard day and I need a healthy break? Or am I doing it because I'm bored and I don't know how to spend my time? Obviously, I still play Minecraft, but what I'm putting more time into now is these videos and the packs I make. It's taking me forever to realize what my passion was all along, but once I did, I didn't really need to play Nether Games. Me saying I didn't like the slow updates or the bugs was honestly more of a validation rather than a reason that I no longer needed to spend time on the server. So, if I'm not playing Nether Games and also playing less Minecraft, what exactly am I doing? Well, for one, I'm working on my own marketplace pack. It's about halfway done and I plan to release it within the next month or so. I'm also working on 5 other packs that I plan to release in what I'll call a pack month. Ever since I stopped playing as much as I did, I've also been able to steadily improve my content, and I wish to keep doing so for the rest of the year. As for whether or not I'll still be playing on Nether Games every now and then, probably not. I'll still be lurking around, and who knows, maybe in 2 years Nether Games will be competing with Hive. If that's the case, then great for them. But more likely than not, they'll just be in the same spot for perpetuity. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a comment about your thoughts and maybe drop a like. There's also a video on screen if you want to watch more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.